Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping How I Met Your Mother Season 2 Episode 7, titled Swarley, originally released on the 6th of November 2006, and I'm recording this episode nearly 19 years later on the 25th of August 2025. But before I get on with my recap, just to remind you there is no trailer because of how long ago How I Met Your Mother was released. Without further ado, here's my recap of How I Met Your Mother's Season 2 Episode 7, titled Swarley. Barney mentions coffee shops and bars. Ted notices a symbol on Marshall's coffee cup. Ted sings a song about this. Barney insults Marshall and compliments himself. A 3-week ago flashback occurs. Marshall tells the barista a joke which she laughs at. Marshall told the same joke 8 days ago as well as yesterday. Ted mentions Marshall and Lily's breakup. Barney reveals someone has written Swarley on his coffee cup. Barney is outraged by this. Barney leaves the coffee cup shop. Ted and Marshall pretend Barney is now called Swarley and discuss him. We then have the How I Met Your Mother title sequence. Robin is on the phone to her mum. Robin insults her mum in front of Ted. Ted updates Robin about Marshall. Robin mentions Swarley. Marshall receives the barista's phone number. Ted reveals one of his looks is fake. This annoys Robin. Robin compliments this look. Ted calls out Robin for one of her actions. Ted and Robin reunite with Lily. Lily invites Ted and Robin to a wine tasting evening tomorrow. Ted and Robin accept. Ted and Robin inform Marshall of him having a date. No, that's not right. Ted and Robin inform Lily of Marshall having a date. Lily mentions her and Marshall being broken up for 6 months. Robin is still on the phone with her mum. Ted compliments Barney's suit. Carl knows that Barney is now known as Swarley thanks to Ted. Marshall introduces Ted and Barney to Chloe. Marshall mentions his and Chloe's similarities. Ted and Barney believes Chloe has crazy eyes. Ted corrects Barney over eyes. Ted makes up a condition. Barney warns Marshall about continuing his relationship with Chloe. Barney gives an example of when he went out with someone with the crazy eyes and how it ended for him. Ted mentions his relationship with Janine. Janine attacked a car. Marshall defends Chloe to Ted and Barney. Chloe calls Marshall. Chloe asks Marshall to pick her up. Chloe mentions the police and horses. Marshall updates Ted and Barney. Barney mentions going out with someone like Chloe. Barney mentions wanting Wendy, the waitress, to now call Ted Ned. Ted believes this is just sad. Wendy calls Barney Swarley. Marshall and Chloe mention Swarley. Marshall makes Chloe laugh. Marshall finds a broken photo of Marshall and Lily. Marshall asks to look in Chloe's eyes. Lily stops Marshall and Chloe from kissing. A 3-day ago flashback occurs. Robin calls Barney Swarley. Barney being referred to as Swarley is really getting to him. Robin has attached a Swarley photo to Barney's back. Lily reveals her true feelings about Marshall dating Chloe. Robin mentions crazy eyes and jerk fingernails. Robin answers the phone to Ted. Lily and Scott speak. Lily spots Chloe. Lily insults someone from her yoga class. Lily injures her right knee. Lily and Robin discuss Chloe. Lily reveals her plans regarding Chloe. Robin gives Lily some advice about Marshall. Robin mentions Ted and Barney. Lily only recognises Barney as Swarley. Barney attempts to make Lily feel better about Chloe. Ted, Robin and Lily prank Barney. Ted attempts to get Barney to say Swarley. Barney comes clean about his feelings towards Swarley. Barney storms off. Lily asks Ted where a photo of she and Marshall is. Lily reveals she wants to put this photo back up. Lily finds the photo of her and Marshall. Lily dropped the photo of her and Marshall. Lily mentions Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." Older Ted mentions Lily's actions. Lily stops Marshall and Chloe kissing. Lily introduces herself to Chloe. Lily apologises to Marshall and Chloe. Marshall speaks to Lily. Lily apologises to Marshall. Lily admits to multiple things. Marshall learns that Chloe is normal and not crazy. Marshall knows that Lily is crazy. Marshall admits to missing Lily. Marshall and Lily kiss. Ted and Barney spot this. Ted hugs Marshall and Lily. The gang return to Ted and Marshall's apartment. Robin and Chloe introduce themselves to each other. Chloe mishears Robin as Roland. Barney attempts to mock Robin because of this. The gang tidy up Ted and Marshall's apartment, and Barney is now still known as Swarley. And that is my recap of How I Met Your Mother Season 2 Episode 7, titled Swarley. Let me know what you thought of How I Met Your Mother Season 2 Episode 7, titled Swarley. If you watched it, my recap, if you didn't, you can your thoughts on both of those in the comments below. As well, if you are to the channel, such any previews or recaps, put those in the comments below as well. Remember to also like, comment and subscribe. And just a couple of things before I finish this episode. Just a reminder that our 2 episodes of the podcast release every single day, with the first episode released at 11 AM GMT and the second episode released at 3 PM GMT. And there are now multiple formats that the podcast can now be enjoyed in, so obviously it will remain on YouTube like it always has. And I not beg, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word. Implore you to keep watching the podcast on YouTube, as Matt spends so much time working on it. So please keep watching and adds little bits. But if you do want an audio only version of the podcast, if you go to the podcast's X page, which is Xing with the Everything Podcast, and you can find a link to one of the you can find a post, and then you should be able to find a link and click on that, and then you should be able to find the audio only episodes. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.